Hey everyone, this is episode 7 of the Madness Retaliation 2 Rebuild project. I'm Revolver Roach, and today we're going to take this drawing of an M60 and turn it into a 3D model. So over here I have 3 reference files. I have a clean image, I have one with notes telling me where everything is, and then I have the last one with textures so that when we finish the model, I can kind of see what the textures will look like on that model. Let's get started. Adding a cube, I always like to start with a handle. Do something like this, gonna zoom in, and switch to X-ray mode. Pull it to the side, like so. Gonna take these vertices and then move them down. Extract. Do something like that. Do another extract. And then end at this corner. And then if I look down here, move this reference image aside, I'm gonna make it skinnier on the Y, scale it down. All right, now let's make the body. Let's rename this to grip. Let's make the body, the gun, scale it down. I'm gonna move it all the way over to the left. So this is the receiver section. I'm gonna take this, extrude it up like that, extrude this, then gonna take this shape, move it all the way back. If I look at my notes, that's a fold down sight. So actually this entire top section, this part is one section, this part is a different section. I'm gonna take this, split it up so that I can modify this separately. I'm going to extrude this again, extrude this up here, and then make a slant over here. I'm going to extract this, or extrude again vertically, then extrude this section. If I look sideways, this is not the width that I want. It's very wide, so let's make it scale down, something like that. Let's get our notes back up, switch to isometric view. Now let's model this barrel. I'm gonna duplicate this, scale it down, extrude again. Something like that. Let's get the barrel section. I'm gonna duplicate this, move it down, scale it up just a little bit. Then let's extrude it. This is probably something like this. Then there's usually a piece that connects these two sections. So I'm gonna take this face. You know what? I'm just gonna make a new cube. Okay, move it to the side. Scale it all the way down. Gonna move this up. Gonna scale it, but not on the X by pressing Shift X. I'm gonna extrude this section. Actually, it needs to go that and like that. Because I want to scale this bottom section by the Y. Move that up. I'm gonna take this shape, duplicate it, slide it down to X. Move this up just a little bit. Then let's get in our iron sight. I'm gonna make it a new separate object. We'll call this iron sight. Gonna move it up here. Then go to edit mode, scale it down even further. Okay, then extrude that way, make it a little wider, move them down. I'm gonna create a little knob here. So that's our fold up iron sight. Move it there, and then the front sight is gonna be a new cube. I'm gonna scale it, move it over here. Check that it is right around as thick as the barrel is. Scale it, duplicate, create a new cube. I'm going to scale that down to 0.05. Up here, scale it even more. That roughly the size? Yeah. Then I'm going to extrude downwards. Extrude this way. Just going to make that and that. Rotate these faces. Then move this. Move everything along the X. Just that. Gonna move it sideways along the Y axis. Then duplicate it, nearly mirrored. Okay, our iron sight should have some sort of connection with the gun body. We'll do that now. Make sure it's wider than the iron sight, scaling along the Y. Then I'm going to move this up along the Z axis, like so. Take this, scale it that way, and duplicate it along the Y. Let's make the buttstock now. I'm going to take this piece, duplicate it, and scale it up just a little bit. Then we're going to then extract again, then extract this. No, do that again. One more, so that we can extract these and extract these. Alright, now let's get this shape going. Then we're going to take these faces along the outer edge and then scale them along the Y just a little bit. Remove the X-ray mode, switch to shaded mode. Okay, I think that's the shape of the M60. We're missing one more piece. Let's add a new mesh, call it a cube. Scale it down. Switch back to X-ray mode so I can see everything clearly. Scale this up. Then this face, I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to shrink it on the Y-axis and then just extrude it this way. Delete that face. This is where the bipod legs would stick. So let's make a new cube. Make it 0.02. Gonna be a thin piece. Out to the bottom, it's got little feet. We're going to split this geometry, scale it along the X. Make sure this top part has a face. And then there are fins here. So I'm going to take this face now. I'm going to duplicate it, scale it on the Y, and then scale it on the Z, and extrude it like so. This needs a bit of that. I'm going to take these top vertices, join them, merge them rather. Do the same for these bottom vertices. Okay, so let's zoom out. What are we missing? On the grip, we are missing the trigger. So this, I'm going to name bipod. Then let's go back to the grip. Okay, let's add a new cube. Make it real small. Put it down here, put some scaling. All right. I'm gonna switch to face mode, delete this face, extract here, extract there, and extract vertically. And then remove that face. Then I'm gonna merge these, merge at last, merge at last. Okay, I'm gonna take this here, and then take that, move it up, like so. I'm gonna hide my notes now. If I set a material for this, apply the same material to the body, the front sight, got the grip, got the iron sight also, and then the bipod. Oh, I forgot to duplicate the bipod. Okay. That, and that. Just gonna move it along the Y-axis. Roll this up by Z. Select everything again, and then duplicate it along the Y-axis. I'm gonna get this body, add a modifier, bevel. Do the same for the grip. Bevel. Back to solid mode, and let's do some textures. I'm gonna choose this material. I'm gonna switch to an image texture. I'm gonna choose open. And then in our textures folder, I put the M60 texture, PNG. Then if we go to UV editing mode, see it like so. Let's do the grip first. Grip. Select everything. Go to face mode, unwrap, project from view. Then I'm just gonna slap that on there, fix the scaling to make sure it aligns. I'm gonna move this independently. Next, I'm gonna texture the body. Gonna select everything, and then UV unwrap, project from view. Gonna take this shape and just lay it over. That looks good to me. Let's take this. We're gonna create a separate texture for this, but for now, let's project from view. Gonna put it right here. Oh, you know what? Makes more sense if it's up there where it's supposed to be. And then let's go back to our side view. Fix our bipod. UV unwrap, project from view. Okay. In my texture, it's a bit slanted. That's okay. Let me select everything. Rotate. There you go. Fix the front sight. I'm going to, once again, unwrap, project from view, find the UV here, scale it down. There you go. I do think I want to knock out these holes, so I'm going to go back to layout. Go to this body. I need my reference now. Move back to solid mode. I slide this down here. Extrude. And then extrude over here. Go to edge mode, loop cut and slide. That way, increase the number. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then I'm gonna do another loop cut and slide. This way. Alright. And then all of these holes, I'm gonna knock them out. One too many. Alright. Fine. Okay, fix this. Add a face here. Move these notes. Then slide this across the X. Okay. Now let's fix the UVs on this. Go back to UV editing mode. I'm going to enter face mode, select everything, unwrap. Sorry. Check from view. Go into the UV, select everything, scale it correctly again. Okay. The bevel seems to have lost its effect, so I'm gonna fix that by changing this to absolute instead of offset. I think it's due to the amount of detail that we put in here. Okay, that's it. This is complete. Now, reminder again, this is a production model. It's not necessarily the model that we're going to use in the final game. Here it is up close, and then inside the game itself, it's going to be about this big. I hope you guys are enjoying my content. Please like and subscribe if you do. That's it for this episode. See you in the next one. Bye.